What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're back in Mandelbulb3D and we're going to be talking about volumetric lighting. Now, volumetric lighting essentially is a more realistic lighting setup that you can do within Mandelbulb, and it's just all around more realistic. There's more depth. You'll see in a moment. The image you're looking at here, it's a set of parameters I've been working on for a while. And, I feel like I've gotten it looking just about the best I can. And keep in mind, this is using the standard lighting and the dynamic fog. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you my example using volumetric lighting instead of the dynamic fog. And you're going to just see how much that really changed the whole scene. So, let's go right over to this image, and I'm going to compare them side by side. Now, I was actually working on the volumetric one for so long that when I switched back, I was like, holy fuck, I didn't think it was even going to be noticeable. Because like I said, I've been working on the volumetric one for a while. And, the difference is night and day, as you can see. So I'm going to show you how to do this. We kind of went over it in the Mandelbulb series. If you haven't seen that, definitely go check it out. Although it's going to be tough now after watching this video because, hey, the new mic, let me know if it sounds good. I'm really trying to bump the quality up. So we're going to go over to the coloring tab here, and I'm going to just go ahead and close this one. I don't need it open. We're going to go to our coloring tab, and by default down at the bottom, you're going to see that dynamic fog on iteration is that's the standard lighting. The dynamic fog is the standard fog. Well, if we just go ahead and click on that, we're now going to switch it to the VL, or the volumetric. And, we can increase it. We can increase the map in 20% steps. Every time you increase the map, it's basically just going to increase the depth and the amount of light, that's concentrated, if that makes sense, or really just the amount, the brightness, the exposure of the lights. So generally you might never need to go above +1, maybe +2. That's definitely plenty. These will greatly increase render time, so keep it in mind. And then the final thing we're going to do is go to the dynamic fog and just right click, insert VL color. So now I have my volumetric light inserted, and basically really the thing you got to understand, right, is because that's really pretty simple. That's just to literally switch it from Dyn Fog to VL and then right click and insert it. Pretty easy. The tough thing is, because you can't see your adjustments in real time, you have to render every time you want to view an adjustment. Well, with volumetric lighting, the reason why, it's considered a little bit more advanced is because every setting that affects really damn near anything is going to affect your VL light. I got to take a drink of something. So, I'm going to go over and give you some, kind of examples of things that will affect it. If we come into our navigator, this is actually how I got the image that I was showing you. This one. Oh, I closed it. But basically all I did was I decreased the far plane, or, increase the amount of fog coming. The fall off distance, I guess, is shorter now, right? So I don't know what I put it to. It was like 88 maybe, or it was somewhere around here. I know I increased that a lot. That affected a lot of the scene, as you could see there. I did do some other changes. I played with the ambient. I played with these settings now affect the VL, and then also in object, the spec, the diff, specular diffusion, even the DE stop. So really, And then also too, depending on if you're using a global, a positional light, or a light map, it's it can get very, in depth, and really the only way to know is you just gotta try it out. So, you know, we'll get into another video. We'll get more into animating with volumetric lighting. I really just want to keep this, more simple and straight to the point for, you know, um, doing more image rendering. But when you are creating an animation, you know, something to keep in mind is that because this is so, it adds so much to your rendering time that you want to keep that in mind with your animations, because you're not going to be able to do super crazy high resolution zooms with the VL. I mean, even with just the image I just showed you, it took 5 to 10 minutes to calculate that extra layer, right? Because VL calculates as an additional layer on top of, all your post processing. Well, it took, 5 to 10 minutes for this one, but I've had some that take, almost 2 hours, an hour and a half, hour, 2 hours. So, and that's per slide. So if you're doing an animation, you can only imagine how much time that will add to your, elapsed time. Well, volumetric lighting, in my opinion, is probably one of the best features in Mandelbulb, and I think when used right. Look, there's not a lot of information out there on this. I might not be the best at making these videos. I might, like I said, I'm not a professional. I have no everything I've learned on my own, because I felt like there wasn't really a lot of options for where to go to learn about it. Well, I'm just trying to give more variety, because I feel like in the Mandelbulb community, especially now in 2021, I feel like there's not a lot of information coming out. I know some people have far more information than me, but either way, I just really want to help anyone any way I can. So if this video did help you, please let me know. We'll have more Mandelbulb videos coming soon. And yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you guys in future videos. Peace.